Hi guys, welcome. Today we're making tabbouleh, but today we're going to be doing it with quinoa instead of cracked wheat to make it gluten-free. It's one of my all-time favorites because it's a dish I grew up with. Look forward to sharing that with you. Stay tuned. Alright, so tabbouleh, it is traditionally made with a flat leaf parsley rather than a curly parsley, so wherever possible buy this particular type of parsley. It will give you a better finish. And also the other thing to note is that we don't use the stem when we're using parsley. So we have to go through and just pull off the leaves from the stems as much as possible, like so. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Okay, that's our parsley all de-stemmed. So now we want to chop it up and we want to get it into a nice fine chop, which is always a bit, so you need to make sure that your knife is very sharp. I sharpened this just before we started. And that looks pretty good, apart from those two little sneaky bits. Okay, so that's our parsley. Let's go ahead and throw that into our big bowl. Great. Next we're going to do some spring onions, and now I've got 2.5, equivalent to 2.5 sticks, but I've actually got 5 of the whiter ends of the spring onions. And that's not to say you can't use the green ends, it's just a personal preference of mine to have the whites rather than the dark greens. And you want to get that slice really thin. It just makes the mouthfeel of the salad nicer when you don't have a big bite of raw onion. This is a strong onion. Throw that into. Ooh, some tomato. Now with tomatoes you want to make sure that it's very ripe and yeah, just very ripe and lots of flavour. If you can get the truss on, sorry, that onion's really strong. Okay, where were we? Woo. Now the trick to the tomato is you want a very small dice. So, nice thin slices. Pop them in half. Then we're going to go this way. Super important for a very sharp knife. Near impossible to do good tomato slices without a sharp knife. Now traditionally you would actually leave the tomatoes to let all the water drain out so that the salad isn't too wet, if you want to be very traditional, but I'm going to use them as they are because I quite like the flavour of the tomato juice. Okay, that's our tomatoes done. Let's throw them in as well. You see all the juice on there? Wow. Maybe just give that a bit of a squeeze. We might wipe up our board before we keep going. So that's the tomatoes. And now we're going to throw in some fresh mint. The mint makes it taste really, I mean, it's a very fresh summery salad anyway, but the mint gives it a really yummy flavour. You'll find mint in a lot of Middle Eastern cooking. It is a favourite herb to use. And you can, at a pinch, use dry mint, but in this particular salad, in tabbouleh, fresh is always the preference and always way nicer. So I've got probably about half a cup, maybe 1 cup of loose, but when we chop it down, it'll probably end up being about 1/4 of a cup. Looks about good. And throw that in. Awesome. The tabbouleh is all about the preparation and the cutting and getting the right size and the right ratio. So we've got that. Now here is some quinoa that I cooked earlier, and it was just with water, and so it's just a white quinoa which is not very strong in flavour because we don't want to overpower the other flavours, so we're using a white quinoa. So let's go ahead and put in 1/4 of a cup. And now you will find in some recipes people tend to go quite heavy-handed with it. It's not meant to have a lot of the grain. It's only meant to be just a light background texture, and that's all it is. So let's go ahead and grab a spoon and stir that up and see what it looks like. I'm going to say we do another 1/4 of a cup. Whoop. Bit of a klutz today. Don't look. Perfect. All right, so now onto the dressing, which is really important. We have 5 ingredients for the dressing. We've got salt, pepper, sumac, olive oil, and lemon juice. So, olive oil, no idea. Let's try about 1/8 of a cup and see what that looks like. Nope, needs more. Don't be stingy with the olive oil with this salad, you do need it. So I've put in 1/4 of a cup. Going to put a good pinch of pepper. Salt you can omit if you don't eat salt. Again, I'm putting a good pinch. Now, sumac is a Middle Eastern spice which has a very lemony taste, but also with some back notes of other sort of a peppery lemon almost. And I'm putting in 2 big pinches of that. And then finally, we've got our lemon juice. And I'm getting my awesome lemon squeezer that I love. I don't know if you ever used one of these, but they're fantastic. And I'm going to put in the juice of 1 whole lemon. Seriously. Okay. Give that a good stir. Now when you're cooking, you've always got to get used to tasting. And this salad needs to be quite tangy and oily. Let's try that. I think we're going to do the pepper and the sumac again. But don't worry, the ingredients that I put down in the description will have all the adjusted amounts. The thing is, when you're making it for so long and you grew up making it, you never think about the recipe. I'm going to put another splash of oil. And you can't be stingy with flavours for Middle Eastern cooking. They've got to pack a punch. So I'm putting another half a lemon juice. Right. Let's try that. Perfect. Yum. So good. I love a salad. Let's put that on a plate. Quinoa tabbouleh, yummy. Highly recommend you serve this with barbecue meats. Goes fantastic with kofta and shish kebabs. But with any other meats, we like it with barbecue chicken. We like stuffing sweet potato with it. You can do all kinds of things with it. It's such a versatile salad. One of our favorites. Actually, do we have any not favorites really? No, we like food of all different varieties. You'll have to give it a go, and please let me know how you went and comment and hit the like button, and please subscribe and hit the bell to support us so we can keep bringing you these awesome videos. Been a pleasure. Have an awesome day. Bye. Started to sound weird. Okie dokie. Huh? Cool. I thought the first one was fine. Made with flat leaf. Did I have green in my tea? Welcome back. It's great. All right.